Hello beautiful Pisces, and welcome back to Intuitive Energies. My name is Jane and it is Monday. We are doing the readings for this beautiful week. So the two cards that came out for today, because I do 2 readings every day, is the Page of Cups, and this one, it says you cannot pour from an empty cup. Now the other reading will be out a little later today, so I will leave this as, for the time being, as a reference to what we're looking at. But we are really going to concentrate on the Page of Cups. The reason I'm doing this is because they come out together for a reason. They come out with each other's energy. So you will get as much in this reading as you will get in this one. They can be standalone, but they are definitely linked together. So if you would like to be part of this channel and get notifications when they both come out, please do that now and hit that notification bell to all. Subscribe, notified, and then you never miss anything. I also have some wonderful memberships where I post extra videos. Saturn is coming in 2023, in March of 2023. In our chart, I did a video on that. Also did a video on how to clear the mind so that you can better connect to your spirit guide. So it's really redesigning the mind. I love this video, and it's going to be an ongoing series to help you connect to your guide. So either Patreon or memberships here, they're both the same. So whichever one, if you're interested. All right. Thank you to everybody who's donated. I've had some super thanks come in. I thank you so much. You guys are wonderful. We're going to start with the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups is who you are at your center and your nature. I always feel that. I feel like this is somebody who is tender, who values friendships, who is gentle of soul, who is very psychic in their abilities, who has a wonderful inner child, who's sensitive and spiritual. But I feel for a lot of us, that has been a little distorted. And our cup, instead of filling it full of dreams and stuff that we need and want to be part of, I feel that cup has been filled somewhat with maybe things that, I don't know, I feel that for many of us, this cup has been filled by others. We do things for others, and that cup constantly gets filled. Like, if, for example, you help somebody all the time, and then you're trying to have them help themselves, but every time something comes up, they come back to you to help you. So your cup is filled with helping this person constantly, and you are not filling it up with yours. So even if you move that out, and this is going to come, you can't pour from an empty cup. Even if while in the last few months you have been getting rid of the stuff, like, telling people, got to take care of yourself, got to do stuff. Other things come in that are very similar or the same that wants to fill that cup. And you're filling that cup up with stuff, not the stuff that you should be, okay? Because if I know it's going to be very crude, but even if you have like a toilet with water and you put something in there, in order to get rid of it, you need to fill the bowl with fresh water, right? And this is not happening. You're just filling it with the same crap you did before. So it's a great analogy when it comes to that. So this is this work that you're having to do. It's to fill it with more fresh water rather than refilling it with the stuff that you're used to, okay? Because you can't pour, you can't give out from an empty cup, and you can't give out the same stuff. You can't. So now you're maybe have emptied that cup and have stopped people from filling that cup with the same stuff, but now you need to figure out what you need to put in there, okay? So it's like getting rid of a great big burden. Like something that's been holding you down, and you've gotten rid of it, but you're not quite sure how to refill the cup. So your cup sits empty. And Pisces, for us, that's something that's not great. We don't want to stay in that kind of thing. Okay, so there's a magical crystal cave that came in. Switch on your inner light, bring forward your gifts. But the one that flipped out is listen to your heart. Awaken psychic abilities, tune into the infinite. So the Page of Cups, like I said, it's the psychic, right? It's the one that lets you know that, you need to be doing that stuff. Right. So, absolutely, right? You need to be, like, figuring this stuff out. Okay, Pisces. Sorry, just my camera's doing something strange. Of course, it has been for a while. We're going to leave that magic crystal cave. Switch on your inner light. Bring forward your gifts. So that might be a little, you know, side note of letting you know what you need to do. You need to bring in those beautiful, magical gifts of yours. You need to really pull them in. Okay. So listen to your heart. Awaken psychic abilities. Tune into the infinite. How do you refill it? You fill it with spirit. You fill it with your intuition. You fill it with your inspiration, your aspirations. Things that make you go, ooh, okay? So that would be how you fill up your cup so that you don't pour from an empty cup. Also, listen to your heart center. It's been coming in a lot. Okay. Two of Wands. Two of Wands is contemplating. It's, I don't know, glimpsing the bigger picture. Going from the dark into the light. So I feel that is what you're looking at. You're wondering, what do I do with this? How do I that? Right, jongler in French, it's juggling, but you're juggling those thoughts. I feel that this is what you're doing. You're contemplating. What do I need to fill this with? How do I fill this up? How do I make it a cup that I want? There's a lot of thinking, but a lot of thinking is, the inspiration comes from the heart. So it's not from the mind that you're going to be getting this information, it's from the heart. So you should really be focusing on that. Focus on your heart space, your heart chakra. Okay? The different seasons, the different leaves, it's letting me know that you've been thinking about this for quite a while. I saw the Ace of Wands underneath here. Or is it the Ace of Pentacles, sorry. So there may be a few things that you have been thinking about. You have the Child of Swords. Yeah, the Child of Swords in this deck is the child who's looking at things. He's peeking through between his legs to see how things look in this way. It's taking the time. It's also a very youthful approach, okay? I like to sometimes say that the Page of Swords is, you know, somebody who lacks the experience, who believes everything he hears because it makes sense to him. And a lot of things can make sense. It doesn't mean that it's the truth. But in this case, in this deck, I feel like there's almost like there's a stink, okay? Like, it's weird, but it's like there's a, you know, when they put that in cartoons, when there's a smell, you see these wiggly lines come up. That's almost what I'm feeling. I feel like there's something that doesn't feel right to you, that doesn't sense like that. I know I put a lot of toilet analogies this morning, but it really, something stinks. And you don't want it to stink anymore. You want to see if there's a different way of seeing things. And that's what I feel he's doing. He's looking and looking at this sword and going, there's got to be a different way. There's a different way of doing this to fill my cup. I do feel that you're probably letting the energies of people around you dictate a lot of how you feel, and you need to really separate yourself from that as well. Okay, are you feeling what you're feeling, or are you feeling what they're feeling? Yeah, Ten of Swords. You need to move out of that. You need to, like, it's the end of that. I feel that you've drawn a line in the sand in a lot of ways, Pisces, here. You've decided that it's your time. It's time to fill your cup. I need to fill my cup. It's not about you anymore. It's about me. That's what I keep hearing. I don't want to do things for you anymore. I want to do things for me. I want to take care of me. I want to feel my energy. I don't want to feel your energy anymore. Okay? You're not in charge of cleaning up anybody else's life anymore. You're in charge of taking care of your own. Yep. Seven of Swords to the Six of Wands. So, absolutely right here, that's what I feel. I feel like you have... These are all straight lines. See all these straight lines for these six? I feel this is you, though. I feel that you have helped other people get their lines straight, while yours has been going all crooked. You need to concentrate on you. And it's not being selfish, Pisces. It's preservation at this point. I feel that your energy is requiring for you to take care of yourself, to be victorious and care for you. What's important to you. If you keep giving and giving and giving to the energies around you, if you keep letting the bad energies in or feed other people's energies to make them feel better, to have their lines go straight and, you know, put their everything in line, you're pouring from an empty cup. You've got nothing to give yourself. How do you give back when you keep giving and giving and there's nothing left in the cup? So your heart is telling you that you need to take care of you. That's the first thing that I hear. It's like, take care of you, Pisces. You need to take care of yourself. Because giving this light to other people, you're throwing yourself into darkness. That's all I keep hearing. You're throwing yourself into darkness. They're feeding off your light, but you are struggling to stay afloat. You're struggling to keep, okay? I love that, because it's what I feel. I feel that this is you. You keep pouring. But this cup needs to be replenished. It needs to be fixed. And when you do, the Six of Wands comes in. The Six of Wands is the card of victory. It's the card of like, aha, of progress. But this is also a role model. I think as well, you've been a role model for the people around you, right? But there's being a role model, and then there's doing stuff for other people. You need to let them take the wheel, okay? You need to give them their responsibilities to figure it out. Strength. People will only bloom out of what is this? This flower out of a cactus. In the worst and the harshest conditions, the best blooms come from those situations, okay? So by letting people deal, by not taking away their bobos, their pains, their obstacles, you're letting them grow out of adversity. That's exactly what I'm trying to say. Adversity. You may be trying to help people, but in the end, all it's doing is causing worse. I mean, you have the Nine of Swords, and what I feel is like it's throwing things out of harmony. You have the harmony of the Lovers underneath here. It's throwing things out of harmony. Because then, imagine this. If somebody has never risen up against or above their fears, and somebody's always there to help them, what happens next time they have an anxiety situation? They come back and run to you because they haven't had to deal with it for themselves. So what happens is you want to help them, you pour, and there's nothing left for you. So this is, again, we're dealing with people. It's weird because in the last 2 weeks, I've never felt situations more of dealing with people around you. Maybe it's because it's the holiday season that's coming in, probably. But I think in all the 2 years, I've never had this much feeling of people coming in. And you may not even realize it. You could be doing it with parents who have you know, started relying on you. It could be just be friends that have always been this way. It could be children. It could be grandchildren too. It could be anybody. You may have people who rely on you because they always have, and you've always done it for them, okay? It could be anything and everything. But what's happening here on a very spiritual level, it is depleting you spiritually. It is keeping you busy fixing other people's problems and not filling your own cup. And when you empty your cup, you're emptying it for other people, but you're not refilling it with the things for you. And you're getting to a point where it's not really going to work anymore, because you're not going to really want to do, it's like somebody who's always running after you and never gives you a moment of peace, right? You're doing stuff and they're coming in and, can you help me? The first 3 or 4 times is fine, but then after a while it's like, really? Like, I did it to ease your mind and ease your energy, but now it's getting too much. So now resentment comes in. It's too much. You need to have a more balance, a more give and take situation coming in. And you're going to be practicing. You're going to be switching things up, going, I need to release you and I need to put different things in my cup. And I think that's the balance that they're trying to bring in. Okay? It's not that you'll never help anybody ever again, but it's to tell them, I'm going to help you this one time, but you have to learn to do this. You have to learn to take care of yourself. You are your own individual, your own person. As Pisces, we like to smooth things over. We want to help people we love, people we care about, and if somebody asks us for help, even more, because it makes us feel wanted and needed. But there's at one point that you need to put back into yourself. So you got to listen to yourself. You have to, it's saying awaken your psychic, but it's tune in to the infinite. It's more like tune into yourself. If you're feeling resistance to people wanting help at this point, it's because your energy feels going, look, I have nothing left to give. I don't want to do this anymore. So listen to yourself. Listen to the point. You're going, look, I'm cracking. I don't have any more room here. I can't fix everybody else because I'm not unable to fix myself anymore. You want to end all these swords coming in. It's like, enough. I don't want this anymore. Okay, so right now I feel that you're working at that. You're trying to contemplate how to disconnect yourself in a more, a more balanced way. I don't know if there is a way to do that though. Like I said, out of adversity comes the most beautiful things. So sometimes high and dry for certain people makes them, rise up to the occasion. So you can try your best, but you got to remember that you need to take care of yourself, Pisces. You really do. You need to focus on your energy this week. If you're feeling like a really disconnect and feeling aggravated about everything, it's because you need to have people stop relying on you for every single thing. I really feel an emphasis on this week. It's like, stop relying on me for every single thing. You need to take control of your life because I need to take care of myself. Okay? It's like sucking the life energy out of you that you don't have to give anymore. And they don't realize they're doing it, but they will. Because you keep giving and now you just don't want to anymore. Okay? So there you go, Pisces. Let's work on that this week. I'm going to do the second reading. And Spirit's going to come in and try to explain how you can't fill from an empty cup and what to do with that, all right? So I hope to see you later on. I'm sending you love, light, and blessings.